Hello, racers. Welcome to Xfinity, our race number 4 here at Phoenix. My name is Chris. I'll be your host today. Joining me in the booth here is Jamie, a renowned broadcaster and fabulous driver there out in the field. Jamie, how you doing today?
Ha! Well, I'm doing great, Chris. Hopefully, we can have a good race today. Yesterday went really well with the ARCA and the trucks. You know, Placed second in both of those races. Unfortunately, couldn't pull out a win, but let's see what these drivers can do. This is a very hot track, Chris, and these tires come apart really, really easily. They got to be careful coming in and out of the turns. Really going full throttle until you're fully straight is not a good idea. Being on this track and a driver from this track, I can definitely tell you, Chris, it's not the most fun track I've been a part of.
All right, some insights from a racer there. Let's go ahead and get some information on our current track out there, as our racers are finishing up their practice laps here at Phoenix. Currently 78 degrees with 56% dew point, partly cloudy with 2-mile-per-hour winds. Again, we have the 3-strike penalty rule. Jamie, again, as he normally is for our Xfinity race here, is our race control for tonight. You want to just go over those 3 penalties real quick?
Yeah, so our penalties are as normal. The first caution you cause or flag you cause is going to be an EOL. Second flag is going to be a drive through under green, and third is going to be a park it for the night. Now, Chris, if it's deemed the crash is serious enough, we'll go ahead and throw the EOL immediately, or if it's deemed to be purposeful, we'll go ahead and park that vehicle for the night immediately. So they got to keep that in mind.
Sounds great. I also want to just note that if you want to join the GCE NASCAR League, the Discord is right there. Join our Discord and we'll be happy to set you up through the process of becoming a racer. Now, while our racers are still completing the practice lap, about another minute until they finish and we can get some timings on them, let's just talk about what happened at last race. So last race was at Las Vegas, and it seems Eric White, the number 7 car, took the win there, leading for 55 laps, tied with his teammate at number 4, Joseph Barrow, for both leading 55 laps. So they were right behind each other that
True,
entire
Chris.
time. The number Joseph there, Barrow, taking the fastest lap of 30.5, getting a lot of points there for the Crimson Devils since they're both a part of that.
Yeah, definitely. Unfortunately, Austin Dixon was unable to really pull it out. He got a decent finish, but not the finish he really wanted in that race. That's for sure. But the Crimson Devils have another teammate in there as well, which was Jessica Child. So the most of the race was filled with Crimson Devils yesterday.
Right, and as you just stated, the third teammate member, actually right now on the standings, it's Eric White, Joseph Barrow, Barrow, and then Jessica Childs. So all 3 of those teammates securing the top 3 points. I mean, if I'm them right now, I'm feeling pretty confident that at least one of them will be able to maintain those top 3 positions for their team.
That is correct. We'll see what happens today in Phoenix because we know it's a tricky track to keep up with. So,
All right, our racers are currently in their qualifying lap right now. Let's go take a look at the practice results that happened a couple moments ago. As you can see, actually Andrew Clue taking the practice with a 28.1 second lap, and honestly, there's some distance between them. Barrow there coming in position 2, 0.01 seconds. Followed closely by Arugio, I think is how you pronounce it, if I'm not mistaken.
Arujo, Chris.
Arugio. I mean, he's in P3. We haven't seen too much of him this season. He's always he's gotten into some good positions there, but he just hasn't been able to hold them. Maybe tonight this will be his time to shine.
As his teammate, he was coming to me for advice. He's really having difficult keeping the car straightforward. I told him as much as I could, keeping that throttle control while you're while you're coming in and out of those turns is most important, because if you go full throttle coming in, you're screwed and you're going to go too high. If you hold your throttle while you're coming out all the way, you're definitely going to spin the end of that car out. So you got to maybe halfway. But it varies as those tires wear down, Chris. Like I said, this thing tears apart tires, and we'll just have to see how the temperature of the track affects how their race actually goes.
Right. One more time. Let's go back to that race info. You can see the track there. It is a weird track, gotta say. It's very. I mean, it's not even circular. It's got that little lip there at the bottom, and you can see there's like no room here for really straightaways. It's mostly turns. So those tires.
Chris, that is true. So what's going to happen is they're actually going to come across that finish line and drop below that dog leg. It's going to cut off about 10% of the track to where they can get to that 1 and 2. Now, if they keep that dog leg too much, they're not going to have enough turn to get into 1 and 2. But if they come out of it too late, they're definitely going to spin out coming back up onto the track. So we're going to have to see.
All right. Those are our current race standings. We can't see positions on the track map because iRacing has a way that when they do qualifying, you can only look at one person at a time, and there's only actually 2 people out there. I just noticed I don't think I've seen this name out on the track. We got a B Dukes number 2 car.
Yeah, B Dukes. He's going to be one of the unknown faces that we haven't really seen
on your screen
quite
right
often.
now. No, it's number 6 car.
I believe this might be his first debut Xfinity race with us, so we'll have to see what happens here.
It says number 2, but it's showing 6 on his car.
Well, that might be a technical issue with the skin, Chris, maybe.
Maybe.
I'm not sure.
All right, well, we still got a couple more minutes till qualifying is over. What we'll do is we'll go on a quick commercial break real quick, and we'll come back and we'll have our qualifying results, and then we'll get right into the racing. So we'll see you back here in a few.
Give me the lights, give me the hate, give me the pressure. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, pain is pleasure. I hear the wolves calling my name, no surrender. Here only the strong survive. Don't need a sign, nothing divine's gonna save me. I'm a machine, building a dream is what shaped me. Breaking the door, waging a war, no escaping. Watch me as I touch the sky. The blood I taste is the price I pay. All my scars will fade. The monsters in my head will become the pain. I'm a fire, cutthroat, I'm a winner. Stone cold, my heart is a trigger. I'm a fire, one shot heavy hitter. Can't stop, I'm a natural killer. I'm a fire. I am a lion, fear is a lamb to the slaughter. Cutting down bleed, I don't retreat, I ain't a martyr. Killing the dark, I am the light, growing stronger. As I come alive. The blood I taste is the price I pay. Every blow I take, nothing ever hurts when you feel no pain. I'm a fire, cutthroat, I'm a winner. Stone cold, my heart is a trigger. I'm a fire, one shot heavy hitter. Can't stop, I'm a natural killer. I'm a fire.
Welcome back, Phoenix. Welcome back to Phoenix, I should say. Currently, we are waiting for the grid, everyone to grid up. Pace car is out. Racers are starting to line up behind the pace line. Let's go ahead and take a look at our grid here for starting. P1 will be, the number 4 car. We've seen this guy start in the top 1 most of the times here for GEC or NASCAR League. Barrow again, Joseph, number 4, starting P1, 28 second there for his qualifying lap. Right behind him is Clue, 22 car, followed by Dukes, White, and then you can see the rest, 19, 28, and 5 car, or not the 5 car. 5 car is talking to me. Our broadcast booth. So we got 6 cars out there. It seems Dukes might actually be a good contender here, being starting P3.
All right, looks like it's gonna be off to the races.
Quick little turnaround there, and we are waiting for green flag, which should start any second. Huh? Oh, is this a formation lap?
Nope,
Oh, there we go.
Start
There
right
we go.
here.
Green flag.
All right, looks
Here
like that
at
number
Phoenix.
4 car got a good jump off of there, Chris. I don't know how they're
What?
gonna wind up handling that.
What is going on with these? You can do that? Okay, then.
Yes, yeah, that's what I was talking about, Chris. They're gonna be dipping down underneath that dog leg, buddy, and it's gonna be pretty
Ooh.
crazy.
That
Looks like
22
Clue got
trying to.
underneath the wall a little bit.
Yeah, the 4 went up into the 22. I don't know if the 22 just didn't give him enough room. What happened there? But 22 did hit the wall there, slowed him down a bit.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and take another look at that real quick. Looks like the 4 came up pretty good. Looks like Clue tried to check up but was unable to. Had to slow up into that wall there. But on this track, Chris, that little bit of damage really is not going to affect his race at all.
As you can see, the pink car there, we'll call it the number 2, but it says 6 on his car. In P1 right now, gaining, or not gaining, but losing speed about 1, or not losing speed, but he's breaking away from the pack 1 second now in front of them. Crimson Devils following close behind in P2 and P3, the 4 and 7 car. And then Clue following close behind, and it seems that Childs and the 19 car there are a little bit further behind. We'll see if they can catch up at this short track here.
Yeah, it looks like B Dukes is handling the track pretty well. I really like that Mountain Dew paint he's got on there, Chris. It's really interesting. Go ahead and check back here with the 19. We're gonna rock.
Oh, 7 and 22 just collided. 22 up on the wall. Might have just spun out there, the 22. Let's see if we can see that real quick.
No
Yeah, 22
way.
is significantly slow. 28 making a move on the 22 car right now.
Yeah, he got right up underneath him on that one. If that would have been a caution, he'd have definitely took the flag on that, Chris.
I mean, so far we've seen almost like 2 incidents that the 7's been involved with. We'll have to keep an eye to make sure that that's not a trend for tonight's race here.
That's right, Chris. Clue did take a lot more damage on that. That right front end of that vehicle is going to be pushed up pretty heavily. Let's hope that doesn't maintain. Oh, that's Eric. Yeah, that'd be Eric all day.
As you can see, some distance forming between the track here. Let's go ahead and get a track map so you guys can see. Definitely some significant distance between each car. Besides the 2 cars we're watching right now, the 19 and 28. 19 dipping low, hoping for something here. But just not enough speed to catch that 28 car.
Yeah, but it seems like he's running his laps pretty well, Chris. I'm really really confident he's going to be able to find his way on this track.
I wasn't saying that he was doing a bad lap. It's just right now I think he's got to just catch that 28 a little bit more, and then he can go for that, and then he should be able to catch that 28.
That's true. It looks like driver 28, Jessica Childs, has got a little bit of damage up on that front side as well, that front right, or that front left side. She just looks like she might have tapped that wall a little bit. It isn't too significant, so keep an eye on that. Looks like, as soon as I went to the 19 to see for damage, he actually just barely touched it, but no damage incurring. So he should be okay. I think he learned his lesson. Let's hope.
Back
Jumping
again,
back with the
19
Eric
jumping
White.
low on the 28. Can something happen here? Definitely gaining, but still not enough speed there.
Riding along with the 7 car, and looks like he's doing pretty well on trying to maintain his line. He's coming into 3 and 4 really doesn't look as confident as 1 and 2, but I think he can maintain it and see what he can do.
As you can see by our track map, 7 and 22 and the 28 and 19 car are only 2 cars really close. Battle right here, 7 and 22. 22 taking the high road here. High line over the 7. The 22 hold this position long enough on that high route. Really going high here. 7 really going low. These are like extreme opposites of each other.
Yeah, that unfortunately that low side, Chris, is going to save you about 0.2, 0.3 on your lap time. But it does look like the 7 is riding pretty high coming in and out of these corners. Let's hope he's going to be able to maintain that speed.
Yeah, 22 having to settle back in behind the 7. That 28 and 19 car are neck and neck. In the backfield there. Our camera not wanting to switch, staying with this action here. 22 in front of 7 now. Took the low shot there on him. Seemed to have worked out. Back with our backpacks here, or the bottom pack, I should. 19 taking the lower line on that 28. Looking to do something here. Can he maintain this distance? Currently holding the lead, but we'll see if the 28's got some extra speed. She does, taking back the position from the 19 car there.
Man, I'll tell you, Chris, this 2 cars definitely got the line down on this track. He's just putting on a show at this point, showing these guys actually how this track is ran, and I'll tell you, he's doing a great job at it.
Yeah, so far having almost a 4-second lead here in front of the 4 car. I mean, at this point, he doesn't even really need to push anymore. He's just going to maintain, save his tires as much as he can, and then just get to that next stage.
That's right, Chris. Like I explained before, coming out of 3 and 4, you just got to really hold down low so you can drop underneath that white line into that dog leg and save that little bit of time. But also cutting down to that dog leg at the wrong time can turn your tires into mush, and it also can spin you out. So you got to be really, really careful coming in and out of that dog leg.
Yeah, so I don't know what just happened, but I was watching the time standings here, and in almost like 3 seconds, the number 2 and 4 car, an addition of like 0.8 seconds was added. So I don't know if that number 4 car tapped the wall, because he also is pretty close to that 22 car now. He might not have tapped the wall, but I wonder if he got slowed down, because there was some significant time addition, and the 22 caught up pretty quick to him. No cautions as of yet, so far clean racing out of everyone. 17 laps down now, 110 in total. 22 car now in front of that 4 car. But to see if some battling can go between them. 4 tapping the wall there again. 4 looking low. But that 22 just got some extra speed.
Yeah, this is going to be a good battle. I see it looks like number 7 back there is actually blinking out a little bit.
Yeah, I can see that. That number 2 car, he's kind of catching up to those the back markers there, the 28 and 19 car. We'll have to see if maybe those cars go down a lap here before the stage goes out, which would
Oh,
not be
19's
good.
dropping low on the 28 right now. Let's see if he can maintain that. It looks like no, it looks like the 28's gonna still overtake the 19. Looks like he's coming in that dog leg a little bit slower than he should be, but hopefully he can pick that up.
Back on board with the 22 in second position, followed closely by number 4, but ultimately he's got a lot of distance now between them two. Seems to be pushing for the number 2 car. Back to the 28 and 19 battle here. This has been a consistent battle this entire time. So relatively, these racers have pretty much the same speed.
Well, and again, Chris, you got to think we've already seen wins out of the 22, so we know he's definitely fast enough to win races. It's just let's see if he can keep himself out of trouble long enough to be able to bring it to the finish.
That is true. That number 2 car is definitely closing in on those back cars here, the 19 and 28. We'll have to see if they go a lap down before the stage, which for these 2 cars would not be ideal for them.
These stages on this Xfinity race is actually a little bit longer than normal, so it's going to be I think the 35 and 70. Is that correct, Chris?
Yep. I mean, they might get a lucky dog, which would help out, but definitely you don't want to be lapped. I don't think there's anyone that is out there trying to be lapped. A 19 car just took the low line, now has passed 28 with some good distance between the two. I don't think the 28 car has got enough speed to get past the 19 at this point, so 19 just going to hold on to P5 at the moment.
We're going to go ahead and ride along with the 28 car. Looks like she's having a lot of trouble trying to get that car around the corners. Unfortunately, their tires are going to be really, really hard to be pushing on right now.
That 2 car really close, as you can see on the mini map there, almost within drafting range of the 28. 19 trying to dart away. Again, at this point, you are pushing to maintain lead lap here. Do not want to be a lap down if possible.
Well, and again, once their tires start to wear off, Chris, those leaders are going to start to slow down just as much as those back guys. I bet the 19 and the 28 are praying that their tires are wearing down as much, and hopefully they're not going to be able to gap them within this first stage here.
Well, as you can see, the 6 car, but we'll call him the 2 car for the rest of the race. The pink car, right behind 28 now, definitely getting some draft, so if I'm the 28 car, this is not looking good, and he's got a lot of speed, and he's shown that he's very good around this track here.
And there he goes low on the 28 car. That's going to put the 28 car about a lap down, Chris, so fortunately, hopefully, she's going to be the lucky dog and be able to get that lap back if the stage ends here soon. Riding along with Dukes here, he's trying to catch up with the 19 car. Looks like we got a car on the track that actually is smoking really bad, Chris. Let's see who that is. That's going to be Eric White.
He's inside pit lane right now, smoking. Wonder what happened to him.
Let me go back and watch that.
That 19 car put some distance between the two and himself, so maybe that could secure this stage for him, keeping him just barely at lead lap here. We'll have to see if possible.
And what lap are we on right now, Chris?
We're on 26.
10-4. Yeah, that's gonna put Eric a couple laps down, unfortunately.
It's really good for the 19 car. That gives him an opportunity to start at least in a position 4 here for the next restart, as long as he doesn't collide with the wall or do something really extraordinary. If he can just maintain where he's at, even if the 2 car passes him, he should be able to maintain that 4 position.
We got the 22 of Clue going underneath the 28 right now, going to go ahead and pass her. A good amount of speed, I might say. He's got a good gap on her very quickly. Fortunately, doesn't look like this is going to be her track.
That 2 car now closing in on the 19. Can the 19 hold him off to prevent him going down a lap? We'll have to see if that is possible. 2 right behind the 19 car now. Both of them neck and neck.
Yeah, that 19 is definitely fighting really hard to try to stay up in that position.
Again, if I'm the 19 car, I'm fighting, but I also am not fighting too hard because I don't want to wreck him out of the race because you know you're in last place. But I think right there, that has put the 19 car down a lap right there. So at this point, we only have 3 racers on lead lap, and that would be the 2, 22, and 4.
Looks like the 28's going to be coming down into the pits.
Yep, 28 just entered the pits. Wonder what's going on with her car.
I don't see any damage, Chris. There is a little bit of damage on that front, on the side, but I don't think it would have been enough for me to come. Maybe it is. Maybe that's why he was able to pass her so quickly like he did. Maybe she did have that damage on that. We'll have to keep an eye on that.
Yeah, but why would you go in now and not just wait a couple more laps here till that stage goes out?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, it looks like she's going to get back out there, Chris. Most likely she's not going to wind up pitting on the pace or on the stage caution.
Yeah, we'll have to see if that pit strategy works.
What lap are we on right now, Chris?
We're on 32.
That's going to put Jessica on some fresh tires. She's going to use that fast repair and get back out there and see how many laps she can run for her team. Got the number 2 car approaching her pretty quickly. But I don't know if he's going to be able to close that gap with those dirty tires like that.
We'll have to see that number 2 definitely showing strong dominance here. Seven car out of the pits, definitely showing that he's got these new tires on this 22, taking the low line and holding it. Now in front of 22. 22 up on the high road, but not enough speed. 7 now in front of 22. He's got 1 more to go. And he'll be back down 1 lap at that point, but looking at where he is on that mini-map there, he's a little bit further away from that 2 car, so I don't think he's got enough time here since we're 34 laps down and only about 2 more to go till that stage comes out. Seven car looking at the 19 here. Again, 7 cars behind 2 laps, so this doesn't really hurt either of them.
This is 35?
This is 35.
All right. Looks like we're going to be coming up on that first stage. And it looks like the number 2 is going to take that stage win, Chris. Definitely a dominating force on the first stage. We'll see what he can do in the second stage.
I mean, so far he showed dominance on the first stage, so I believe we'll see some stuff out of him throughout this race. Caution goes out. First stage done here at Phoenix Raceway. B Dukes, number 2 car, number 6 Pseudo, taking first stage leader here in Phoenix. Let's go ahead and get our pit lane open with with our ticker view here. We'll keep you updated on our pits, but we are looking to do a commercial break here sooner or later, so we'll just keep an eye on who's going into the pits, and once we know, we will send you away, and we'll be back.
Not a bad race so far.
Nah, I mean, no yellows. There's been a couple hits, but everyone's been able to maintain so far. I mean, for a short track, a lot of turns, definitely tire wear is an issue here. Everyone's been holding it pretty good.
Mason has not fucking. He's been doing good. I don't care what position he is in. He's been doing all right.
Duke, Clue, and Barrow inside pit lane right now, trying to get some new tires on their car.
Looks like Duke stopped early on his pit stop. That's definitely going to hinder him from getting out. Well, on my brother's phone. Hello.
Duke out of the pits, first out. About a 56 pit stop there. Both other ones are still in pit lane. Clue just leaving now. Barrow, 60 seconds. A little bit longer of a pit stop. Now out of pit lane. Number 19 car, and some of these back markers here are going to be looking to pit now if they need to. Some of them might elect to stay out because they went for those early pit stops. Couple laps more to go for our caution here. We're going to send you the commercial. We'll be back as soon as it goes green.
Give me the laughs, give me the hate, give me the pressure. Know where to run, know where to hide, pain is pleasure. I hear the wolves calling my name, no surrender. Here only the strong survive. Don't need a sign, nothing divine's gonna save me. I'm a machine, building a dream is what shaped me. Breaking the door, reaching the wall, no escaping. Watch me as I touch the sky. The blood I taste is the price I pay. All my scars will fade. The monsters in my head will become the pain. I'm a fighter, cutthroat, I'm a winner. Stone cold, my heart is a trigger. I'm a fighter, one shot heavy hitter. Can't stop, I'm a natural killer. I'm a fighter. I am a lion, fear is a lamb to the slaughter. Cutting up bleed, I don't retreat, I ain't a martyr. Killing the
All right, green flag here. We were muted. My apologies. Seems on that green flag, the number 7 car spun himself out, got hit, and just him being on the track, we had to call a flag to make sure, the yellow here, make sure no one smashed into him because he was very slow there. You can see some smoke coming out of that 7 car. Let's jump in board, see if we can hear what's going on. Heading in the pits lane. We'll have to see what happens at this point. Definitely
Let's hope
making
he can
some
make
noise.
it back around without blowing that engine. Might even be able to one to green it here in a second, Chris, if he can make it back out in time. But I think this is going to be one of his last repairs.
On board with Eric White as he pulls into pit lane, looking to fix all the damage that just happened. Eric White definitely on a fast repair there. Now heading out of pit lane. He is now a couple laps down. Only one, actually, maybe two.
Yeah, it does look like he did have that fast repair, which is good for him.
Got all the cars waiting for the pit. For the pace car to come back out. All right. Seems the 28 car just got a lucky dog there, trying to get back on the lead lap. Down, I believe. Oh no, actually on lead lap now. So it was only down one lap. Question is, can that 7 get a lucky dog here?
Looks like Clue's still got some good damage. Yeah, Clue's definitely got some damage on that. It looks like he used his optionals. Jessica's definitely got some damage too. I thought she went into the pit.
Pace car going in. We're about to come to a green flag here. Back at Phoenix. Racers coming to the start line right now. 4 car trying to get that jump on the 2 car as soon as possible. Green flag going out, and now 2 car off like a rocket ship.
Yeah, he definitely got a good jump.
This is really good positioning for that the 19 car there. P3. I mean, he was in the back of the pack. Now he's in 3rd position, right behind 7. He's just got to maintain this lead if he wants to stay up here.
Yeah, I thought we started this race with 7 drivers, Chris. Who did we lose?
I don't think we lose anyone.
No, you're right. We didn't.
22 car looking high in that 19. Oh, 19 into the wall. 7 crashed into him. We have another crash here. Can they maintain? Looks like they're kind of maintained back there. Definitely some major damage in that 19 car.
Let's go ahead and take a look at that. No, that was actually the 19. Not sure, Chris, but it looks like the 19 might not be running right.
Yeah, it seemed on that last lap he was just going a little too high, hit the brakes, and that, I believe, the 7 car or the 4 car? The 4 car is or I forget who was behind him, but just couldn't check up because of that brake. So little collision there. Luckily, I mean, there was no yellow. Everyone got back out. We'll just have to see if that 19 car goes into the pit because I feel like he's got a lot of damage.
22 going underneath the 4. See if he can maintain that, and he does. He
That was easy. That was like
scoots right
cutting
by him.
butter. Now in P2, looking at that 2 car there.
Yeah, I think Dukes might have some competition here if the 22 can keep that kind of speed up. Oh, Barrows looks like he just tapped the wall a little bit, trying to come out of it. As these drivers start to separate, let's go ahead and talk about the current standings for this series. For our current ARCA series, or our current Xfinity series, our current standings leader right now is going to be the number 4 of Eric White, or number 7 of Eric White. He actually has 1 win in the Xfinity series already, followed up by his teammate Joseph Burrow with 0 wins, but he has 3 starts in the series, and then followed up by another one of their teammates, which is Jessica Childs. They actually are leading the entire series, it looks like, with their team. In 4th, we got Austin Dixon, which actually couldn't make it here tonight due to job scheduling conflicts, but hopefully we can see him for this foreseeable weekends. Jamie Penland, which we haven't seen in a little while. Jamie Penland was doing really well, but hopefully we get to see him again on the track. And then we got in the 6th position Andrew Clue, who is that 22 car trying to get up to that back of that 2. But he just doesn't look like he's gaining that kind of speed that he's going to need before those tires wear off. And he, as I say it, he almost gets up to the bumper of the 2 car. That's going to be your standings right now for the top 6. Mason Arujo in 7, Michael Schultz in 8, which I think he's retired from GEC. Tim Setzer, Jim Schoner, and Jackson Brown for the ending of the standings.
Definitely Crimson Devils maintaining this Xfinity here, top 3 positions, and feeling pretty good. Even though Dukes is leading again, he's new to this series, has no points on the standings. So if these Crimson Devils can just get a couple more points here, they'll be able to maintain at least the team standing. Getting close to the 2 car there.
Yeah, that's right, Chris. He's definitely found his way, and it looks like that 2 is going to be in jeopardy of losing that first spot.
We'll get some sector times going here. We'll stick on Dukes here, and we'll look at some of the sectors as it goes around, and we'll check out if Clue there is going faster at these sectors.
Also still in the back, we got the 19 and the 28 fighting it out hard, trying to get around this track. Obviously, you know, we've seen trouble with this track already for those 2. Let's hope that they can get it going and be able to come up with something.
Yeah, definitely. It seems like everyone is back to where they were at the start of the race here, very close to where they were. Besides Eric White, who is down a lap right now, hoping he can stay out to the next yellow and they can get another lucky dog and get back on our lead lap here. 19 staying low on that 28, but that 28's got a lot of speed side by side. 19 a little squirrely there, but holding his line. Coming out, rocket ship in front of 28, just overtook the 28, now in P4.
Right along with that 28 car, Chris, it's looking like she's having so much trouble getting around the track that she's actually literally downshifting. That's normally a real later run on your tires when you have to start downshifting. So she's definitely having a little bit of trouble with this track. Again, she's still going to be third in the point standings for the Xfinity Series, but this track is not for everybody.
Most certainly, a short track like this, you can't really pound down on that gas pedal. You're not really going full out here, if for a couple seconds possibly, but I mean, a lot of turns, tight turns. Definitely got to maintain those tires throughout this entire race, or as best as you can. You can't hold a tire the entire race, but you got to be able to get to that next.
Man, that 7 really has a marriage to the wall, man. He needs to keep that car off that wall if he ever expects to catch back up. The 19 is dropping in and out of that dog leg really nicely. He's actually doing really good on running a decent line. I think if it wasn't for that one incident, he'd have been okay.
We'll have to see what he can do later on in this race. Definitely at the next stage, he'll be back in distance between those front runners, allowing him to stay up there if he can.
Now remember, Chris, we still have the second stage caution to go, and then we're probably going to have the green stop pit under the third stage, so...
That is true. I mean, nothing's really going on right now. A lot of distance between most of these cars. No battles really going on besides P1 and P2 here. But again, there's a good amount of distance between them that there's not really a close threat as of right now. Not too much to kind of commentate on right now. So we're just going to have to wait. 22 into the wall there 2 times. Definitely slowing him down a bit.
Looks like Jay Childs is going back into the pits again. Try to see what's going on with her car if we can. I don't see any real damage, Chris. See if she's going to get back out onto the track. Yeah, she's definitely getting back out there. Again, Chris, like I said, she probably didn't pit on that last stage caution, so most likely she was due for a pit.
Yeah, but she's right now kind of behind the pits right now, you know? So I just feel like there might be an issue near the end of the race here that maybe that pit strategy is just not really going to work out.
That is also true. And it looks like she's been in there a couple of times, and that vehicle is just not being fixed. I don't know if she actually has a fast repair, but the damage wouldn't compel me to fix it. So
Right, but you know, like we're about to hit our next stage here, 68 laps down, 110 in total. Next stage is within a couple laps now. If you're the 28 car, you're not going in. There'd be no point to. You'd want to stay out, but I just feel like that you're going to be pitting way too early, like around like lap 90, and then you got 30. You got a lot of laps that, again, your tires are just going to start depleting even more. So.
yeah, well, let's hope it definitely works out for her. I'd like to see her go back up front.
right there. It seems that the number 2 car just passed the 19. 19 now down a lap. 22. I mean, the 19 slowing down that 22 car a bit, letting that 2 car go past him.
Yeah, it looks like that 19's got a lot of damage on the backside of his vehicle, Chris. I'm not sure where that actually all came from.
That was from that accident earlier.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, where the 7 smacked the back of him.
70 laps down here at Phoenix.
Yeah, we're more than half of this race is over, Chris, and everything is going pretty smoothly so far for most of these drivers. But the 28 and the 19 seem to be struggling a little bit more than normal. I know that 19 is begging for this next stage. Where are we at on our? You said what lap is
71
it?
laps now.
71.
And our next caution is out here at Phoenix for our next stage again, just like our first stage here.
Yeah, it's going to be B-Dukes on both stages at this point. We'll see what happens towards the end of this race, but it does look like he is going to be the fast one to watch today.
All right, and while most of these racers are going to pit, not a lot of position changes are going to happen. We'll keep you up to date on any go-arounds, or some lucky dogs. For right now, we're going to send you a commercial break because we got to fulfill our contractual agreement with our advertisements. We'll be back.
Give me the lights, give me the hate, give me the pressure. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, pain is pleasure. I hear the wolves calling my name, no surrender. Here only the strong survive. Don't need a sign, nothing divine's gonna save me. I'm a machine, building a dream, is what shaped me. Breaking the door, reaching a wall, no escaping. Watch me as I touch the sky. The blood I taste is the price I pay. All my scars will fade. The monsters in my head will become the pain. I'm a fire, cutthroat, I'm a winner. Stone cold, my heart is a trigger. I'm a fire, one shot, heavy hitter. Can't stop, I'm a natural killer. I'm a fire. I am a lion, fear is a lamb to the slaughter. Cutting I bleed, I don't retreat, I ain't a martyr. Killing the dark, I am the light, growing stronger. As I come alive. The blood I taste is the price I pay. Every blow I take, nothing ever hurts when you feel no pain. I'm a fire, cutthroat, I'm a winner. Stone cold, my heart is a trigger. I'm a fire, one shot, heavy hitter. Can't stop, I'm a natural killer. I'm a fire. I'm a fire. They say the world's gonna forsake me. The poison in my ears won't shake me. Feel my inhibitions fading, rising up, they ain't gonna break me. I am on fire, cutthroat, I'm a winner. Stone cold, my heart is a trigger. I'm a fire, one shot, heavy hitter. Can't stop, I'm a natural killer. I'm a fire. I'm a fire.
Welcome back, Phoenix. Currently still in our formation lap here. Should be very close to our green flag. Couple more. Should be under a lap now until that pace car goes in. Most of the cars went in for a pit. Did the 19 car stay out?
No, the 19 car got stuck in the pit. I don't know what happened.
That is true. He was a minute and 11 seconds in that pit. Currently on lead lap though. He's just in fourth position. Pace car going in now. A couple seconds till we go green here at Phoenix. There's the 19 car now, as we can see, Bass Pro Shops. 28 car in front of him. She's down 2 laps. And our front runners, all those 4 cars right behind each other. This is going to be a pretty crazy start here. We'll have to see if that 2 can maintain his position here that he has been doing this entire race. 22 car right beside him, and 7 and 4 following Crimson Devils. Green flag here at Phoenix.
Looks like
2
Duke's
car,
got
massive
jump.
start. Yeah. Crimson Devils lining up right behind each other. 22 behind the 2.
Yeah, it looks like he's not going to let him get away, Chris. They're definitely fighting really, really hard to get up there on his backside before those tires start to wear off.
2 car trying to get away from the pack here, trying to just get away, get that gap going between the 2 and 22.
.22 is putting pressure, going down low, looking down low, down onto the Dukes. Let's see what happens.
Again, that's a good strategy for now, but in the long game, no other cautions for the rest of the race unless, unfortunately, there's an accident, but you got to save these tires the best you can. I mean, you could even go slow these couple first laps, let everyone burn their tires out, and then just wham them at the end.
Yeah, that's going to be 40 laps, Chris, so see how well they wear down.
I mean, we are expecting them to go in one more time for pitting, but yeah, there's 2 ways you can do this. You can go all out, or you can be more sparing of your tires.
And your fuel. And Dukes is running out front and running hard. He's definitely going to be the ones that are going to have to pit. I'm pretty sure the amount of gas that was set by the officials makes it to where you do have to pit on the green during this 3rd stage.
22 looking low, now side by side with the 2 car, looking at front end, but unfortunately that 2 car just got more speed, staying in front. 22 not giving up though, trying to catch back that draft to get more speed, to go for it again here at Phoenix. Looking low.
Oh, we got a car in the back there. Just crashed out.
Looks like the number 7
Caution
car.
comes out.
7 car had to get towed back to the pits there. Don't know what happened there. Let's go ahead and get a replay while this is going on. 7 car, I feel like, just disconnected.
Yeah, once again, Chris, he wound up touching that front wall, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's that front wall for that 7 car just is not it here at that track. And like you said, this track is not sparing.
No, it makes it even worse, Chris, with those shorter walls. And this might change that pit strategy we were talking about.
Yeah, but again, even if you go in for a pit here, I mean, that's a lot of laps to do. Again, you would have to be very conscientious of your tires. And I'm talking like mid-line, go where everyone else is going. Don't even try to overtake anyone. Just wait it out to those final few laps. You're gonna have a little bit extra tires where you can start doing just a little bit more than those other cars. 28 got a lucky dog, and now gonna be on 1 lap down.
Like I said before, Chris, the 19's doing a lot better with not spinning out and crashing. Except for that one incident with the braking, I think he's performing and starting to find his niche on this track.
2 car warming up his tires, but I feel like that warming up of tires also kind of taking away some of the lifetime on that tire. I mean, not a lot, but mean, you probably want to save as much tires as possible if you're not going to pit
Well,
here.
my strategy would be there's not very many out there, so I definitely probably would have took that pit to get that little bit of gas to see how far I can stretch this without having to pit again. How many laps to go?
83 down, 110.
Yeah, Chris, I definitely would have took that pit so I wouldn't have to pit again.
Should be our pace car should be going in on this lap, hopefully speed up this process a bit. 19 car in a good opportunity here in that front pack behind one of the Crimson Devils on the lead lap. Definitely got an opportunity here. Let's see what he can do. Only 2 Crimson Devils remain in here. Unfortunately for White, he crashed out.
Yeah, without any fast repairs left, Chris, he's definitely going to be on the mark of not being able to get back out onto the track in time.
Right, without being 20 laps down. Pace cars in. Cars are side by side. We are about to restart here at Phoenix for, I believe, like the 4th or 5th time now. It seems these late games, when those tires go, that's when most of these cautions are going to come out. So this late game is probably going to be where this interesting of this race will start. Let's see if this number 2 car can get that jump. 22 right beside him, looking to get him. Green flag. 22 up high. 2 taking the low route with the 4. A lot of speed. 22 up high. Ooh, 2 car up high. 22.
Looks like the 2 didn't get as good as the jump as we're normally seeing in this race. That allowed the 22 and the 4 to be able to keep up and jump. 22 is looking on the outside of the number 2 car. He braked a little bit early, and the 22 just took the lead.
I believe this is the first time we've actually seen someone different in first place.
I think the 22 is no, and the 2 did take it with the dogleg jump.
Have we seen anyone else in P1 besides Duke this entire race? Besides at the start of the race, of course?
I don't think so.
So this battle between these two, this is prime opportunity for that 22 to get in front of that 2 car. We'll have to see if he can make that happen. Two right behind the 2, looking to do something, going low. Side by side here. Phoenix down low, holding that bottom line. 2 up top, getting some speed. Still nearly side by side. 2 taking that dogleg route, which should put him out front. No, side by side actually. A little bit in front, holding that down low. A lot of tires gone here. 22 barely holding on here. Will the 2 retaliate, do an Uno reverse card? We'll have to see.
No, he's definitely going to pull that reverse right here.
Still side by side, taking the lower route. 22 trying to cut him off, taking a semi-low route, maintaining the lead ever so slightly.
Still door to
side
door
by side. 22 staying in front ever so slightly. 2 having to just retreat back and get drafted more speed.
Yeah, the 22 is definitely putting the pressure on the 2. He's going to be wearing those tires a lot more, trying to get ahead of him. With those guys fighting like that, it's giving an opportunity to the other drivers to get up behind them as well.
That is true, and this 2 car keeps burning his tires, and the 22, I mean, he's kind of burning his tires, but not as much right now. 2 down low again. Looking to do something. Not enough speed. 22 maintains position. 22 taking the higher route here. Trying to conserve tires if you can. 2 into the
and
wall.
the 2 just touched.
That's going to slow him down ever so slightly. 20 laps to go here at Phoenix. Don't know why I almost said Portland.
Ugh. Dude, trying to drop low, see if he can get some of that time off of that 22. Definitely looks like he's gaining a little bit of time on the 22.
22 increasing that distance. Let's get on board with the 22, at least just on his car. We'll check out these sector times to see the distance or the times between them. We'll see if the 2 car is in the green or the red. What's going on with these guys? The other cars are semi-spaced out, so there's not a worry that we'll miss some action in the process. "22 in the wall." That's slowing him down here. 2 right behind him. 2 trying to make a move up high. 22 staying low. We can see these sectors are green for that 2 car there. And even if they are red, they're barely red. So he is moving, trying to catch that 22.
Yeah, let's see if we can get a glimpse of him going into the wall back there.
Two taking the low route.
Who's still peeking low? Right on the back door clue. Go ahead and ride along here with Dukes.
You can hear his tires. They're there, but they ain't holding on like they once were before. So we're seeing some tire wear now. 14 laps here to go.
Dude, fighting hard, cutting those corners real close, trying to get ahead of that 22. Still trying to look low, but he can't quite get underneath him. Looks like Jessica is still struggling back there trying to take those turns.
Yeah, the back three there just have a lot of distance between them. The main battle right now is between that 22 and 2.
Like I said before, this track is definitely not for everybody.
Looking at 10 laps here to go. Or 11. Oh, sorry, my bad. Now 10 laps here to go.
With only 10 to go, can the 22 keep that lead in front of that 2 car that's been leading this whole race? 2 car did win stage 1 and stage 2. Let's see if he can go ahead and take it home.
This is a good performance out of the 2 car here today. So far, he's definitely holding the bonus points for lead lap. Fastest lap here tonight is a 28.21 set by the one and only B Duke. So he's getting some bonus points here for maintaining lead the most and maintaining the fastest lap here tonight. I don't expect another fastest lap being beat here with all these older tires. Eight laps. You can see our sector times here. The reds showing a little bit more, but greens are, yeah, you can see there the reds are a little bit more than the greens, so that 22 is ever so slightly pulling away here. Let's hope this 2, if he wants this win, he's got to be pushing now. He's got to be pushing his life out, catching this 22. If you're the 22 in this position, you're kind of hoping and praying that these tires just give you that extra little grip to be able to maintain that P1 position. Ooh, 2 into the wall there. That's definitely going to slow him down. That might actually cost him the race there.
Yeah, I think that might actually cost him, definitely, Chris. I don't know if he's going to be able to keep back up within the amount of time he's got. I think they only got like 6 laps left, unfortunately. So,
as you can see by our mini map, there's a little battle here between Jay Childs and the 19 car. However, Jay Childs is down a lap, so there's not too much battling between the two. Doesn't matter who actually is in front of each other here. Nothing will change position wise. Back on board with Dukes. At this point, if I'm Dukes, you don't have the tires to really catch him at this distance. I mean, you're
Childs
just
into the wall a little bit.
I mean, at this point, you're just hoping that 22 car wrecks out at this point, touches that wall, slows down ever so slightly. And if you're the 22, I mean, you're just chilling. You're just making sure you don't touch the wall, give him any opportunity of slowing down, and you pretty much got this in the bag here.
Yeah, and this is not the first time we've seen the 22 in the winner's circle. We knew he had the speed to do it. With the 2 winning stage 1 and stage 2, it was looking a little hopeless for him coming through with this win, but with the 2 touching the wall, I think it sealed it up for him.
And you can see this distance now. The 22 just gone from 2 now, barely in view. So that 22 is a really good distance here. Probably going to take the race here unless something major happens in these last, I mean, almost 2 laps to go here, but a little under 3. We're going to switch back to our sky view here from our TV camera and just maintain look at B Dukes here for the final couple laps. Final lap here at Phoenix. 22 car holding the lead. Yep, final lap. About a 4-second gap between them two. I mean, at this point, 22, just get past that finish line.
Yeah, it looks like the 22 is going to take it home.
And there you have it, 22. Our race winner here. We'll have the results here momentarily of the race, and stand by as we will be doing some interviews here with some of our racers.
Good race, everybody. Good race. Clue, if you could jump into the Discord for your interview, we'll go ahead and get you in and talk to you for a minute.
And there we have it. Did his couple burnouts now out. Here are the race results standings from tonight. As you can see, Clue winning. Didn't hold the entire race. It was close, but Dukes maintained most of the possession here tonight, but just lost it there at the end and let the 22 take it. We just got 22 in the booth right now. Let's send it down to Jamie for the interview. All right, thank you, Jamie. Really good race out of all of our people racers today. Not too many yellows, couple, but I don't think there was any major accidents here. It was just kind of those one-offs. Besides that, we would like to thank you on behalf of GEC NASCAR League from watching our Xfinity broadcast here at Phoenix. We have another broadcast coming to you in a couple hours over again here at Phoenix for our next gen series. So stay tuned for that. I believe that live stream is starting at 9 o'clock-ish, and we will see you some other time here back for some more racing action. We'll see you again. Later.
Give me the lights, give me the hate, give me the pressure. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, pain is pleasure. I hear the wolves calling my name, no surrender. Here only the strong survive. Don't need a sign, nothing divine's gonna save me. I'm a machine, building a dream is what shaped me. Breaking the door, reaching a wall, no escaping. Watch me as I touch the sky. The blood I taste is the price I pay. All my scars will fade. The monsters in my head will become the pain. I'm a fire, cutthroat, I'm a winner. So cold, my heart is a trigger. I'm a fire, one shot heavy hitter. Can't stop, I'm a natural killer. I'm a fire. I am a lion, fear is a lamb to the slaughter. Cutting up bleed, I don't retreat, I ain't a martyr.